are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Powell. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Rodgers with this one into the hands of Watson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. This defense for the Packers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
Well, what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down.
Got a man, it's Tunyon.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10.
At the 38, they'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync. And the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And here's Jones again on second down.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
The kick by Crosby is good.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Throwing on 2nd and 3.
Powell winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
A run here for the rookie. It's Brian Robinson.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Give him 9 on the carry that time, but they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
run by Robinson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing it for a loss.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Down inside the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter. Get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Gibson is in. Touchdown, Commanders. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. A little juke. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Rodgers going to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And again, it's Rodgers.
He finds his receiver, Watson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long.
Touchdown! Romeo Doubs, 29 yards. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first down, Howell.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. To throw on 2nd and 10, Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And, oh, that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And this is caught inside the 5. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Off play action. It's Howell. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On second down, a run with Gibson. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 42. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they go play action with Howell. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a throw here to his running back. Down inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Robinson again, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. John Bates, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Rodgers. They go screen with Dillon.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have to lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's Howe with another throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howe. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. To try again after the sack. Howell, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Sly able to put this one through. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Majors say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They run the jet sweep. Dotson. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's in a full run by the time he gets the football.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Third and goal from the 6. They'll try to run it with Gibson. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. To do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Rodgers to throw. He's going to let it fly. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.